Welcome to this yoga cardio burst class. This is going to be quick. It's going to be fiery. I've got my water in case I need it. I did this yesterday and I was so out of breath. So if it's loud in the microphone with me huffing and puffing, my apologies. Theme of today is just take this at your own pace. I will show a couple different modifications. So listen to your body. You might be wanting to tone it down a little bit today, so maybe take the modifications, or if you're wanting to amp it up, go for the full versions. All right, we're just going to start standing. We'll do some calf raises. So you can start with feet about hips distance apart. You can ground down through all the corners of your feet. Let's inhale and reach the arms up overhead, and then press down into that big toe mound. Lift the heel, and we'll just go up and down a few times here. You can keep your arms overhead, or maybe have them here at heart center to kind of help with balance here right off the bat. Try to press down through that big toe mound so that we're not rolling, out through the ankles. Let's do two more. My calves are already saying hello. Last one here. And then let's go ahead and just do some shoulder rolls. So just take one shoulder forward and back. You can just kind of do this at your own pace. This feels good. And then let's reach the arms back up overhead. Take them down out in front, and we'll do wrist starburst. So just fists and stars, opening up the hands. So do a few of these, opening and closing, and then see how fast you can take it. Fast, 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 fast. You should feel your forearms and your wrists start to wake up. 3, 2, 1. Take the right hand, draw the fingers back towards your face. Just give yourself a nice little wrist stretch here. Fingers down, back towards the face, and then do that on the left hand. These are just wrist extension and flexion stretches. And then let's meet at the top of our mat. We'll just do a couple of half sun salutes here to warm up. So inhale the arms up overhead. You can bring the hands down through heart center. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Release the upper back. You can keep your knees bent. Inhale, half lift hands to shins. Reach the crown of your head forward. Exhale, fold again, and then ground down through your feet. Rise all the way back up to stand. Let's do that 2 more times. Let's exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Inhale into that half lift. Reach the sit bones wide behind you. Exhale, fold forward. Press down, rise all the way back up. And then we'll exhale down one more time. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Half lift. Fold. And then rise all the way back up. Keep the arms up overhead. Let's go ahead and come into a chair. So exhale. I'm laughing because I know what's coming soon. Exhale, lower down into that Utkatasana. And then remember those calf raises? Let's see if we can rise up onto our toes in the chair. Maybe wobble a little bit. Take an inhale. On an exhale, drop the heels, drop the chest, kind of reach the arms back behind you. I'm going to call these toe chair swings. So let's just do a few of these on your own breath. Come to chair, come onto your toes, and then exhale, release it down. Inhale back up into chair. I'm already shaking on the toes. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise it back up. I've already lost count, so let's do one more. Rise up. Exhale, fold forward. And then rise back up to stand. Exhale. Let's fold forward again. Come into that half lift. Let's fold. Step back. Let's just meet in a downward facing dog. Let's open up the backs of the legs a little bit. Press down through your hands, through that first knuckle. Push the mat away. Keep the knees bent in your downward facing dog and just start to pedal. You can kind of feel those calves we're already working. Give them a nice little stretch. Draw the low belly in. And then let's exhale, place the knees down on the mat like in a tabletop, and walk the hands out into a nice puppy stretch. Just lower the chest down towards the mat. Take an inhale, come back up to that tabletop. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. So we'll just move through that a few times. So in your downward facing dog, take an inhale, exhale, lower the knees, take an inhale, exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Exhale, knees down. Inhale, walk the hands out. Exhale, lower the chest. Let's inhale, press back up. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up, bend that knee, take a few hip circles, try to keep shoulders square. Try to keep that right shoulder from opening out to the side. Change directions on your hip circles. Lift that right leg, exhale, knee to nose. Plant this right foot and let's inhale up to a high crescent lunge. So right knee is bent, left leg can have a little micro bend in it if it needs to. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, pulse that back knee down towards the mat. Lower your hands down and then inhale, press back up. Let's do that 4 more times. 4, inhale up, exhale down. 3, 2, last one, rise back up. Let's exhale, right hand to right hip. Reach this left arm up and back overhead, exalt. Squeeze this left glute, open the front of the left hip. And then exhale, cartwheel this left hand down on the inside of the right foot. Come into a revolved lunge. Try to keep this right shoulder active, pressing down into the mat. Roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. Step this right foot back into a side plank. We'll roll from side to side here. So if you'd like to take a modified, come down onto this left knee. As you roll, you can stay on knees for tabletop. Come onto the right knee for modified side plank. If you're taking full, start in your side plank. Lower that left hand. Come to full plank. Open to the right. Do these on your own breath. We'll do a few more side to side. Back to plank, side plank. Always come down onto the knees if this is too intense. Back to plank, side plank. Let's go to each side one more time. And I think we have to go to the right one more time to make it even, don't we? I think so. All right, back to plank. Hold your plank. We'll take some mountain climbers here. So first version would be just to one by one knee in towards the chest. Full mountain climbers, take it up a notch, switch the legs in the air. So let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower onto the knees. Take that puppy stretch one more time. Reach the hands out, palms face down. Exhale, lower that chest down towards the mat. You can place your forehead down on the mat. You can even place your chin if you don't have a microphone in the way. Just allow the chest and the shoulders to open. One more breath. Walk the hands back in. Curl the toes. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Inhale and lift that left leg up high to the sky. Bend the knee. Take those hip circles on this side. Let's do 3 in one direction, 3 in the other direction. Straighten that left leg. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose. Plant that left foot. Rise up on an inhale to high crescent lunge. Arms up overhead. Take a breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, pulse that back knee down. Drop the hands. Inhale it back up. Exhale, drop. Inhale it back up. Let's do 3 more. 2. Last one. Inhale it back up. Left hand to left hip. Reach this right arm up and back. Exalt. Take a couple of breaths. Squeeze your right glute to help open up the front of that right hip. And then exhale, cartwheel this right hand down next to the left foot. Open into that revolve lunge. You can gaze up at that left hand. We'll come back into our side plank here. So roll onto the outer edge of the right foot or come onto the right knee for modified. Step the left foot back. If you're in modified, just keep the knee down. We're going to do some taps here. So the left hand comes underneath to tap the back of the right ribs. Let's do 5 of those. 4, 3, 2, 1. You guessed it. We need to do the other side. So roll into your plank. Come into side plank or modified side plank on the left side. Take those taps. Right hand underneath, tap the back of the left ribs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to plank. Mountain climbers again. We got this. So do just knee to chest or take the full. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower onto the knees. Take that puppy stretch. This feels so good for our shoulders, doesn't it? A couple of breaths here. Reach the sit bones high and wide. Feel an opening through the shoulders and the armpit area. All right, let's actually just slide forward onto our belly. Keep your forearms down. We'll come into a Sphinx pose. So you want to have your pelvis down. We're on forearms. And then imagine that your elbows are just drawing back towards your body as your chest is kind of pressing through. Shoulder blades draw towards one another. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Keep your glutes active. One more breath. And then exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Reach your arms out in front of you, like into a Y position. We'll do some locust lifts here with kind of like a lat pull down. So you'll want to have your arms out in front of you. We will take an exhale. On your inhale, lift the chest, draw the elbows down towards the sides, lift the legs. And then exhale down. Let's do 9 more. Every time we lift, we're keeping that transverse abdominis, that corset muscle in our abdomen that wraps around everything. We're keeping that engaged. Help protect everything in our low back. We're squeezing our glutes, working all of the muscles along the backside of the body. Oh, let's do 3 more. 2. Last one. Full permission here to just release. Take a crocodile. You can stack your forearms. Place your forehead down. Maybe take a breath in through the nose. Let it go through the mouth. Maybe feel your heart beating against your mat here as you rest. One more breath. And then let's go ahead and bring our hands back underneath our biceps or our shoulders. You can press back onto your knees. And then let's lift the hips into downward facing dog. Walk out your dog. We'll inhale and come forward into plank pose. So in your plank, let's get strong and steady here first. Press down through all of your knuckles. Try to have some neutral shoulder blades here. Energy out through the heels. Low belly draws in. And then we'll inhale, bring the right knee in towards the nose. Push the mat away. Protract those shoulder blades. And then swing this right foot through. We'll come into a fallen triangle. So we're on the right arm, left arm goes up. We'll exhale that left hand back down. Bring the knee back in towards the nose and switch. So left leg comes in, out to fallen triangle, back to knee to nose, back to plank. Right foot, knee to nose, fallen triangle. Every time you come to knee to nose, we're protracting those shoulder blades, drawing the belly in, hollowing out, pushing the mat away. Every time we come to fallen triangle, we're lifting the hips, keeping this bottom arm externally rotating. Inhaling up, and then exhaling back through. Let's do one more each side. Whew. Knee to nose, come to the left, out to the side, back to knee to nose, and then let's lift back up into downward facing dog. Take an inhale in through the nose, let it go through the mouth. Next, we will take some little frog hops. You can skip these if you'd like and just tiptoe to the front of the mat and land in your malasana yogi squat, or you can walk your feet in. I like to bring my toes to touch. Kind of bring your shoulders over your hands like you're doing almost like a handstand prep, and then bend the knees and just see if you can kick your booty. Let's do like 5 of these. If you can get any hang time, that's awesome. And then land in yogi squat at the front of the mat. So just exhale, lower the hips down, take a breath here. In your malasana, maybe rock side to side, press the upper arms into the inner thighs. And then we'll just lift and lower here. So exhale, Or actually, inhale, let's lift the hips, allow the upper back and the neck to release, and then exhale the hips back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down. Inhale them up. Exhale the hips down. Let's not come all the way down to Malasana. Maybe widen your stance just a little bit. Lower the hips. We'll do some squat jumps here. So you might want to widen your feet just a little bit, almost like a goddess. And then we'll press down through the heels, hop up, lower. Alternatively, you could just do standing. These are almost like sumo squats. So let's do like 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. My floor is squeaky loud. All right, let's come back to center. Take a couple of breaths, maybe bring hands to the heart. Inhale in, exhale out. All right, shift the weight into your right foot. Let's bring this left foot up into stork. Externally rotate it out to the side. Let's do 5 times. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back, warrior 2. Right heel lines up with the left inner arch, shoulders stack over hips, and then we'll flow. We'll just flow here for a little bit. Flip this front palm, reach the right arm up overhead, allow the left hand to just swing through. We'll kind of do, I don't know what kind of arms these are, but we're going to do open arms. Come into this with open arms. So open arms through reverse warrior, and then exhale through that side angle. Open arms, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Let's do 1 more. Reverse, side angle. Come back up into warrior 2. Straighten this front leg. And then let's turn the toes to face probably not exactly parallel. You might want to play around with this and see how it feels. For me, having this all the way parallel was a little bit too close. So I was turning my toes out a little bit when I was kind of practicing this. So we'll do some kind of twists and reaches in a wide-legged, almost forward fold position. So let's bend the right knee, take the left hand towards the right foot, reach the right arm up. And then we'll just switch sides. This almost reminds me kind of like when you do skaters. We're just not doing any hopping with the other foot. Let's do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Rise up, maybe walk the feet in just a little bit. Now toes are definitely pointing out about 45 degrees. Let's lower into goddess. So we'll inhale the arms up, exhale, lower the hips. You can take a chin mudra, have your hands open. Take a moment to just engage everything. Squeeze the glutes. Allow those inner thighs to open. Try to keep the knees. Maybe put your hands here on the outside of your knees and press into them. It's a little reminder. Then we'll lift hips. Lift heels. Keep our hips down. Right heel, left heel. Just switch sides here. Try to keep everything low. Keep everything engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise all the way back up to stand. Let's step back to the front of our mat. Actually, let's try something. Let's see if we can step all the way back up into our stork. So we've got the right foot forward. Maybe launch off. See if you can keep this left knee lifted in a balance. And if that didn't work, just meet me here, kind of back where we started. We're in a stork with the left foot lifted. And then let's see if we can just switch sides, kind of do like high knees. So we'll start with the left up, then the right, then the left, then the right. And then maybe take this into a little bit faster high knees. We'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right. Let's do all that on the other side. So shift the weight into the left foot, lift this right leg up into stork. Externally rotate that right leg. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. This time open up into that warrior 2. Open up, shoulders down away from the ears. Maybe gaze over those front fingers. And then flip that front palm. We'll take our little open arm float here. Just arms are floating side to side. Legs should stay the same. Opening up those side bodies. Let's do one more. Back up into our warrior 2. Straighten the leg back to those wide-legged reaches. So choose the toe position that felt good for you this last time. And then let's just take it side to side. We've got, let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Back up to center. Inhale the arms up. Let's exhale back down into that goddess. Let's do 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Maybe lift both heels for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm falling. Lower the heels down. Let's rise all the way back up. Let's do that little challenge again. So come back, warrior 2 legs. Got the left leg facing forward. Press off. See if you can bring that right foot up in front of you, balancing in that stork. One more round of those high knees. I'm huffing and puffing. Yeah, we got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. All right, we've got one more little power flow here. And then it's time to stretch. So let's inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, sit back into that Utkatasana, just like at the beginning of class. You can have your feet hips distance apart for this. And then remember the toe chair. Let's do that. Inhale, rise up onto those toes. Exhale, lower back down. See if you can lower your seat all the way down onto the mat and meet in Navasana, boat pose. So got our palms up, sternum reaching forward, belly's drawing in. We'll exhale, lower all the way down through a hollow body. So you can reach your arms up overhead, feet and shoulders are still off of the mat. Inhale, maybe lift back up into Navasana. Use your hands if you need to. And then let's rock and roll back up, land in your chair. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale down. Exhale down, Navasana. Take an inhale. Exhale, hollow body. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, rock and roll. See if you can launch forward into that chair. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale down. Navasana. Hollow body. Navasana. Rock and roll. Chair. Let's do one more. Rise up onto the toes. Exhale. Navasana. Take an inhale. Exhale, hollow body. Inhale, rise back up to Navasana. See if you can land it. Exhale, rock and roll. Back up to chair. Let's lower our chair all the way down onto our seat. I lost my hair in that one. All of that rolling. Once we're on our seat, reach your hands behind you. You can have fingertips pointing towards your hips or maybe out to the side if you need a little bit more room in your shoulders. And let's just press down through the feet, lift up into a reverse tabletop. Squeeze the glutes. And then exhale. Here's a challenge here. You can come onto your seat as you do this, or see if you can swing your hips back, stay on your heels, press the mat away, almost like an L-sit prep. Come onto your seat if that's not working. We'll inhale it back up to that tabletop. Exhale, keep the heels grounded. Press down into those hands. We're hollowing out the chest, drawing the belly in. Last one here. Exhale into that L-sit prep, and then lower down onto your seat. We made it. Awesome job. We'll stay on the seat, keep the legs reaching long. Inhale, bring this right knee in. Stay on the sole of your foot. Take a nice twist here in Marichiasana. So reach the right arm up. Exhale, twist to the right. Hug that right knee in with the left arm and just breathe. Just breathe here. You can gaze over the right shoulder. Try to keep a long spine. On your next inhale, let's come back to center. Open the right knee out to the right. And then let's fold forward over that left leg. Maybe realign the chest. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward. Could always grab a strap if you need to hook it around that left foot. Close your eyes. Let's inhale, slowly walk back up, and we'll switch sides. The right leg reaches out long. Hug that left knee in, stay on the sole of the foot. Inhale the left arm up, and then exhale, twist to the left. You can hug this left knee in. If it feels good, you could hook the upper arm on the outside of the thigh. Try to keep that right leg active. One more breath. Inhale it back to center. Open that left knee out to the side. You can place the left sole of the foot on the inside of the right thigh. Come into Janu Shirsasana. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Try to ground down through that right sit bone. Let's do 2 more breaths. Last one. Inhale, and we'll slowly walk back up. Let's come down onto our back, so you might need to scoot your seat forward. Roll down onto your back, hug those knees in, and then let's place the left foot down. Cross this right ankle over the left thigh, right above the knee there. Keep the right foot flexed. Try to press the right knee out and away from you. If this is enough, stay here. Otherwise, try to maybe hug in this left leg, grab behind the thigh, maybe the front of the shin. Let's try to keep shoulders down towards the mat. We don't want to be causing any strain here in our neck. Let's exhale this left foot back down onto the mat. Take both knees over towards the right. You can keep this foot hooked, or if it's not comfortable or slides off, don't worry about it. We're just going to press down through the inner edge of the left foot. Squeeze this left glute. Maybe bring your arms. Cactus seems to help me here to kind of keep my shoulders down. Press the front of that left hip flexor open. So squeeze that left glute. Let's inhale, come back to center and switch sides. So right sole of the foot comes down. Cross that left ankle over, maybe hug the right leg in. Feel a deep stretch through the left outer hip into the glute. This is our reclined pigeon. One more breath. Place that right sole of the foot down, take knees over to the left, maybe cactus the arms, press down through the inside of that right foot, squeeze the right glute, just open up. If this isn't comfortable, you can always just take this leg off. It might even help you press a little bit more to open up through the front of the hip there. All right, let's inhale it back up to center. Hug those knees in one more time. Grab yogi toe lock, so peace fingers on the inside of the big toe, thumb on the outside. Hands on the outside of the foot is another option. Let's take happy baby. Try to keep shoulders and your sacrum down on the mat as you open those knees towards your armpits. Let's just take one quick breath here. Maybe rock side to side. Let's bring those knees back into center. You can cross the ankles, and we'll just roll up to a comfortable seat. You can close down your eyes. Bring your hands into heart center. Let's just take one more deep breath together. You can breathe in through the nose and then let it go through the mouth. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.